Hello, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome to The Hook. We're going over Sonic Forces today. My name is Matt.
I am Eric.
Awesome. So we just got done about an hour and 10 of the game.
Yeah.
We played just a little bit off screen just to assess some other kind of features.
Check out a few things.
Yeah, and so it's important to know that The Hook isn't a review per se. We're not professionals or anything. We're just gonna talk about some of our first impressions about the game and whether we think it's worth buying and anything. Leading up to the first level, Eric, what did you think about the intro, like the first moments of the game?
It was pretty cool. I mean, it just jumps right into it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the story is kind of negligible. From the intro, it's kind of just Sonic gets captured. You kind of like Eggman won. Stop him.
Yeah. By the seams of it, it's like I was watching a few gameplay trailers and stuff, and I was wondering how far the clips that we would see in the gameplay trailer would go into the game, and it seems like they covered almost all of them in those first few levels there. And so it makes me, I feel like I don't know what to expect from the rest of the game, not from as far as we've gone.
That's probably pretty good then.
Yeah, so we just beat the I think it was stage 12. It was the Eggman boss when you play as Classic Sonic. That was what we played until, and I guess I wasn't expecting the story to just kind of jump in the way it did. Like, I thought it would drag stuff out, like it would drag you introducing yourself to Infinite out. I thought it would kind of drag out some things that had already happened, and I thought that Classic Sonic and the other two would meet up like right away.
Yeah.
But like as it stands now, Classic Sonic still hasn't met up with them an hour into the game.
So hopefully there's still like a lot.
Yeah, and that's been something that's been kind of going over in my head a lot, is like, how far is this game going to go? Because Sonic Generations, Sonic Generations was really short. Sonic Generations only had 9 main stages per character, so 18 stages, and then that was it, and it just didn't feel like a lot because each stage only took you like 2 or 3 minutes to get through.
It was more completing it that took a while.
Yeah, and Generations had a lot of filler content in making you do a handful of the challenges before you can progress to the next part. And as you're doing those, it kind of felt like a chore and stuff. But I think the difference between Generations and this is that the levels in Generations felt a lot more kind of fleshed out, like there was a lot more to them. But we'll get to that in a second. Something that we had a particular bit of fun with was the character customization.
I like it.
Yeah, I played the whole game, but I handed the character off to Eric and let him make it. And
I honestly like the character that we created more than Sonic or any other character.
Yeah, it was cool. I liked watching you do that. I like that now that we're into the game, there's more and more stuff that you can do, and I can imagine myself like going through and just changing the avatar every once in a while just for the fun of it, or like even like depending on how long it takes to get through the main game, kind of making another one with a different avatar, which is cool because there's different species of animals that you can pick, and each one has a different ability, so it offers kind of a bit of variation to that you can kind of feel as you're going through and playing.
Customization was actually more in depth than I thought it would be too.
Yeah,
I thought it would just be like, pick your species, pick a color, that's it. Yeah, but no, there's like clothes, you can pick like different like styles for each species, and, like victory poses, a voice. There's a lot.
I feel like it put enough in to not feel lacking, but not so much that you kind of lose interest in it. It's still really approachable. Yeah. So I think they did a good job on that. And as a bit of a side note,
all the clothes make it so you can make your character unique.
Yeah. Like I feel like other than some styles that stand out, I feel like you're not gonna see the same character outfit in different over different things, because there's a feature that lets you rent a hero, and you get to look through at other people's heroes and pick one, and it's kind of like it's cool to see what other people have done, and it's cool that you can really make a design that you like and still share it. And like I remember I saw a lot of like there's this golden armor knight outfit that I remember seeing a couple, like more than just one of the little NPCs we're using, not NPCs, sorry, the little heroes that other people have. So yeah. What did you think of the UI?
It was bad.
It is ugly.
Like, The map, it's boring. There's nothing to it.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's not fun to look at. Like it makes sense. It's easy to navigate at least, which that's a plus. It's just it doesn't look good.
Yeah, just to sorry hop in there. It actually is hard to navigate.
Oh,
because it's like, you know, because I was choosing the levels and stuff, and it's like the cursor just goes in a weird way, and then it's like you only go so far over the earth, and then all of a sudden it's like swoops over to the death egg and everything, and it's like I just felt like it was hard to manage, and they could have done it so much better. They did mention that there was a list view, and I didn't really pick up on how to do it. I kind of just glazed over that, but like they just picked this pasty red to use just on like the results screen, and it's like it's just gross. I don't like it. It's, you know,
it should be more colorful in a Sonic game.
Yeah, exactly. And like it took me like forever to go through the menus just while we were making the characters because it kept flicking back up for some reason, which is really strange. But yeah, I really wasn't a fan of that. But the art direction outside of the UI, like in the levels, what did you think of that?
I liked it. I mean, it's not graphically, it's not the most, like, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like it could still fit in like the 360 era of game.
Yes.
But like,
absolutely.
Frame rate's good, and at least it's stylized to be something different and like super realistic graphics or like, I don't know. Overall, I like it. I like the art style. It's just not as like improved as modern. I feel like it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. It just doesn't feel like modern.
Yeah.
Modern, like, you know, you would expect from a game coming out on like Xbox One and PS4. And like I found that when we were playing the Death Egg level and when we were grinding outside of the spaceship and you could see the Earth below, it felt like the Earth below looked really big and beautiful and graphic, but the rest of the world looked very pasty compared to it. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by pasty?
It's like what you said about the Xbox 360 graphic. It just feels like there's detail that should be there that isn't in almost all of the graphics except like the backgrounds.
Okay.
And
it's
like
just not as textured.
Yeah, and remember like the giant snake? It was like, this just looks like something you get on a Lego minifigure.
Yeah.
Right? What I really liked about Generations is how full the levels felt. You know, like you run through Green Hill and no matter where you look when you're on the map, everything is detailed.
Yeah.
And it feels like you're in a world. Whereas, like, it feels like when you're in, like, a Super Smash Bros. Melee stage and you just zoom out from the stage and there's nothing. It kind of felt like that, where there's the part that you're supposed to be on and there's the background texture and that's it. And, like, that was kind of jarring in that sense. You get what I'm onto here?
I kind of feel that.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Sonic fans, like, the fan base has made this game really hard to create for Sonic because everybody wants a different thing and everybody is just so critical about certain things, and I think that's what it's become now, is when you're playing a Sonic game you become critical of everything because that's the thing to do. And that's one thing that I have an issue with in how I feel about this game, is because I feel like I'm being that person, and I'm usually the person that defends Sonic and is upset about the fact that people are doing that. But I guess sometimes just when you have such a negative outlook on a game because of how the world feels about it, it kind of makes you more inclined to pick out the bad stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like every bad thing I felt myself picking out felt like it was one of those things, but it also felt like it was still a founded way to feel about it. You know what I mean? Because like I was just unhappy playing any of the levels. It's like the modern Sonic ones, it was just like, oh god, I'm flying off the stage without any knowledge, and that's probably partially my fault for doing that, for just jumping and boosting.
I'm gonna say it was Matt's fault.
But like that cog level, when we were doing the team up level and I had the Avatar and Sonic, it was like both of their controls were just put together, and it was like, oh, I'm playing as the Avatar right now with Sonic by my side, but when I press X I immediately boost. And it's like, you know, there was no distinguishable wall when I was trying to jump onto that one gear, but at the same time, like, I guess they didn't make it super obvious that was a gear I should have been jumping on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it was just one character, did the controls feel tight?
They had 3 gameplay styles in this. The Avatar one is roughly the same as the Sonic one, but the Avatar one I did not enjoy whatsoever.
Really?
Because it was like when I was holding the flamethrower, which it gives you no reason not to just sit there and hold it the whole time.
From what you saw.
It makes your character go really weird, and then the moment you put the gun away, it kind of controls a bit more normally, but it was still like all of the things about this modern Sonic gameplay that didn't feel right because it wasn't modern Sonic. You know what I mean? Like, you run weirdly fast for so much close quarters platforming and stuff.
Okay.
And that's why when you go as fast as you do in modern Sonic, they have to open the stage up a bit and let you, and that's why it feels like it's on rails to most people. Everything about it, I just didn't enjoy. Everything about it, I was thinking this could just be modern Sonic. But it
looked neat to me.
Yeah.
I thought it looked kind of fun.
In the end, this kind of surprised me. I had the most fun playing as Classic Sonic, and Classic Sonic was who I thought I would have the least amount of fun playing. And that's, I think, in part because they did something really smart that for some reason I didn't think they do at all. And because Forces is technically a sequel to Mania, because they're talking a lot about the Phantom Ruby, which was the kind of the central point of Mania's plot, they gave you the drop dash ability that Sonic got for the first time in Mania, and they put it in that immediate release, which was really good because I spent a lot of time complaining about how I couldn't hold X to spin dash on the spot, and it made absolutely no sense or no reason that they would take that feature out, because as far as I know now, X doesn't do anything. But putting the drop dash in there was awesome, because now I can just jump and spin dash, and it kind of mixes those two movements that I have to do together. So I thought that was a really good decision, and I liked the classic gameplay way more than I thought I would.
Cool.
And so what did you think just watching it happen? Like,
it looked like Sonic Generations. I mean, I don't remember the game that well, but it looked like new Sonic, but old Sonic at the same time. And the gameplay, it looked fun. It looked like it was a good time. Kind of like Sonic Mania, just stylistically very different.
And so to you as a viewer, what gameplay style overall seemed like it was the most fun?
Probably either the Avatar or modern Sonic. Just because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still can't really figure out what I think about the modern Sonic gameplay, just because it's like, it felt like, as it should, it felt like what I've been missing, and compared to the Sonic Lost World gameplay, it was way better. But it feels like...
That's a low bar.
Yeah, exactly. But there's just something weirdly different. Like, you can tell they merged the boost gameplay and the Sonic Lost World gameplay together, and in a way I really like that, because they didn't keep in any of the really dumb stuff about Sonic Lost World.
Yeah.
They kept things that were smart, like instead of having the jump dash now, where, like, you know, in Generations, when you jumped in the air and you pressed A, when there was no homing attack beacon, you would just kind of go and jump forward a tiny bit. And I never realized how bad of a mechanic that was until they just changed it to a double jump, which just gives him a bit of upward momentum, and I actually like that a lot more. So that was good. I'm looking forward to maybe going back in the future and playing through a lot of the modern Sonic levels again as I get better and better at the game overall, because I spent a lot of time doing that in Generations, and I just, you know, I if it allows me and it feels like it's worth doing, I would love to go through and like try and find the red star rings again, which we never got a purpose for, did we?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and they were just always a collectible piece in each game, but Generations had such limited levels that you kind of going back and finding all of them was really fun, and they put them in some really interesting spots. So I don't know, that system, especially if it just serves no purpose and they're just kind of there, that would be the biggest mistake. That would be the most senseless kind of thing that they did.
Yeah, hopefully they're not just an achievement. Hopefully you get at least like concept art or new clothes or something.
Yeah, overall, I think I just need to play it a bit more to be able to give a solid opinion on it. But right now, I can't say I was hooked by it, because it's like I'm going to play a bit more because I'm a Sonic fan and I want to see the game be good and do well. But, you know, like, just imagine someone who's like, this is going to be their first Sonic game. Like, what does it bring to the table? Like, what is good enough about it that people feel like they would play more? Because, like, when you get a game on, like, Xbox One Gold, it's like, you most of the time you know nothing about the game and you're giving it a shot. And, like, can you imagine Sonic Forces wowing you enough to keep playing in those first crucial minutes of gameplay that most games with gold games do when you play them?
I find Sonic as like it's a very niche game, so it's hard to really say whether or not a person just jumping in would like it or not. For me, it looked like a lot of fun. I thought it looked pretty fun. It's hard to really say, like, since I wasn't playing.
Yeah, you can't tell like how fun it was to play the game itself.
But from like just watching, like it seemed like it looks like a fun game. It looks like it has enough to it to.
Yeah, I guess the games, this one especially, but the games in general are designed to be visually pleasing when you do shit like run through a giant shuttle loop and like attack all these enemies at the same time and everything. And I guess that's why it seems fun to play, but like when you're actually playing, it's like the moment you run onto one of those shuttle loops, it doesn't even let you boost anymore. You have no control and you just have to watch the character go.
Yeah.
You know? It just seems like it was built in a way that the system was good at first, but the ways they've applied it just don't work. You know, like Sonic Mania was the best received game for so long.
Oh yeah.
And all they did is just simplify, make it what it what it was originally, and just add some things in it to make it entertaining still. You know?
Yeah.
They made the right choices every time they could. And there's a lot of moments in this game that I feel like, you know, changing it to the boost mechanic was a universal right choice, but since then it doesn't feel like they've done that anymore.
Okay.
I feel like if you bought this game, you probably bought it because you're a fan and you want to see Sonic succeed. And in which case, help them do that by just playing the game and, you know, making an effort to see the best in it and be helping other people do the same. But, like, at the end of the day, it's not the best Sonic game. That's easy to say. It's not the worst Sonic game. So we're in this uncomfortable, inconvenient, non-descriptive middle ground where it kind of sucks, but it also doesn't not suck.
It doesn't seem to be Sonic 06 or Sonic Boom level. It just kind of seems to be a Sonic game.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's above or below the average? The average Sonic game just being one that isn't super well received.
I'd say it's above.
Above average?
Like, that's a low bar because a lot of the modern Sonics haven't been well received.
Yeah.
This one seems to be okay. Yeah. Like, it does enough to kind of set itself apart, but not enough to be good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, with that, I feel like that's a good place to end it. But I suppose I need to ask you, Eric, like, were you hooked by Sonic Forces?
I'd say yeah.
Yeah?
I'd probably get it.
Yeah?
Maybe not full price. But maybe like at a sale.
Buy it on a sale, absolutely. Or I mean, maybe years from now it'll become get free on gold. At which point I would say, good God, that would be one of the best free games you could get.
I mean, better than the shit we've been getting.
Better than the shit we've been getting, that's for sure. Well, anyways, guys, thanks so much for listening. Hopefully you made it the whole way through and could stand my blabbering.
I love you all.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, funny that you should mention that. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye, friends.
Bye.